Hello, this is Ken Lopez from Team One Up, and I want to give a shout out to Team Sanity for letting me deck profile for them. I got Kozmo Shaddoll for you guys, so let's get started. Alright, starting off with 3 Kozmo Tin Can. This is your main combo starter. He pretty much gets all your resources into your hand and also into your graveyard, but also he's a pilot, so you can also tag him out, or you can get one of your big ships out in the field. If you don't open him, he's pretty much like you pretty much break. But the thing is that you also got all the resources for you can get him out, which I'll get into later. I got 2 Farm Girl. I don't really rely on her to OTK with her effects. I just use her for a pilot, but she's also pretty good to like to end games or push for game, because when you banish her, you can also summon another ship. It's just like Strawman. Strawman gets you some of your banished resources back to the field or in my hand. Yep, to the field. I just gotta pay life points. You pretty much pay life points for almost every effect for your monsters, but life points don't really matter because you just push for game a lot with your big monsters. And also got 2 Sword Trooper. I really don't. I think I'm gonna cut him out because I don't really use its effects. I just use them for as a normal summon to bring out my big ships if I open with a big ship. And then I have 2 Wicked Witch. She's pretty good if I wanna survive for like one more turn. She pretty much doesn't get destroyed by just paying 1,000 life points, which is not bad. And she has 1900 attack, which is pretty high for a level 4 monster. And then for the ships, I play 3 Dark Destroyer. I'm so glad this card came back at 3. At 1, it wasn't that good because I couldn't see it much, but at 3, it's just perfect because he's pretty much your biggest beater. When it's summoned, I can remove something from opponent's field, and it has 3,000 attack, cannot be targeted. It's just a big powerhouse. And then I got 2 Eclipser. I don't really like Eclipser 3 because like the other ships, they banish themselves to summon something else onto the field, but he just searches. So I don't think that's pretty good that I just get something to my hand after he gets destroyed. And then I got 2 Forerunner. Forerunner is pretty good, especially now with the new time rules, because I just gain life points for every standby phase if I keep him on the field. And also he also cannot be targeted like Eclipser and Dark Destroyer. And yeah, I have 2 Slip Rider for back removal. He's not really that good at 3 because I mean he doesn't have a big body, but it is good for back row. But not a lot of decks right now, except for like Sky Striker and Ultra guys play a lot of back row. So I just have 2 to be safe, but I don't think 3 is necessary. And I play 1 Dark Lady. I mean, I don't really consider her as a pilot. I consider her as a ship because I mean she is a level 5, so I can really normal summon it to bring out another ship. But I mean, she's also a good negator. I pay life points just to get an effect on my opponent's field. But I don't really want to do that too often, but because then I'm going to be killing myself, so I just rather keep it at 1. And then for the Shaddoll engine, I play 1 Falco, 1 Squamata, 1 Beast, 1 Hedgehog, and 1 Dragon. I might put Falco at 2 and Hedgehog at 2, because I do kind of, in this build, I do kind of run out of resources really quick with the Shaddolls. So after like turn 1, when I just summon my constructs and everything else, like I cannot use them again unless I bring them back with Falco, which is why I want to put him at 2. Then I just play 1 Dot Skipper. He's just a target for I can summon Shakinaga, and when he's destroyed, when he's sent to graveyard or like, I can special summon him to the field, and when he's banished, I can special summon him on the field, so that's pretty good. But he can only use each effect once per turn and once per duel. Then for spells, I play 3 Kozmo Town. This card, it's amazing. Like, this deck would not work without it, honestly. I can mulligan my hand with the field spell by just shuffling one or more Kozmo monster and then draw the same amount. And like, so that will make my hands less breaky. And also I can recycle from my banish pile to get more pilots or more ships that I need. And then the MVP of the deck, I played 2 Shaddoll Fusion. I have to play second in this deck because of this card. If I open with this card, it's just amazing. I can, if I activate him, because before Construct wasn't banned, I was only limited to using the dark Kozmo monsters, but now I can use both light and dark. So now I can use wherever I want to summon any Shaddoll monster. I'm not limited to anything, and I can just send like all the resources I need from to my graveyard. I play 1 emergency teleport and 1 for 1. This one specifically for tin can because I really do need tin can. I gotta discard a monster for that, but like that's not really hard to do. Like I have more monsters than spells and traps combined, and emergency teleport is for like I can summon anything like a farm girl, but I would also use it for tin can. I have a monster reborn and 1 foolish burial. Foolish burial for my if I ever need to like get a cost monster to my graveyard and I can get it back. Or I'll shoot the monster if I can go off with their effects. The monster reborn, well, it's monster reborn. Don't say much about it. 1 Shaddoll Fusion is for like 2 OTK or anything. I know it's back at 3, but I still would play at 1 because I do not rely on having my Shaddolls in my hand. I rely on them being in my deck for I can use the regular Shaddoll Fusion. But this is just for in case I have like an established field and I just set that, and then like in my next turn I can just like attack for game and activate this. And then for traps I played 2 called the Haunted. This card is pretty good in Kozmo because if my opponent like activates Twin Twister or anything on this card, I can just chain it and then summon 1 Kozmo monster. And since when this card goes, the monster goes too, so then I can go off with the Kozmo effects if this card leaves the field. And I just play 1 Shaddoll card for like recycling all my spells and traps, not spells and traps, spells and monsters. And then for the outro, I play all Shaddoll Construct. Because of this card, this deck works now. Like this is amazing. This card is just too good. I'm so glad that it come back as 1. As 1, it's enough. Like it's not gonna do anything in the middle. Like I'm just building this for fun. But this is such a good card that you could it makes this deck work pretty well. So you can probably take it to your locals and stuff. And Shakinugga is pretty good for negation. Like that's why I play Dotscaper. Because of that card, Dotscaper is worth playing. And to win down, to shut down my opponent, if I have a Dark Destroyer or win down the field, there's pretty much no way for my opponent to out anything. Because you cannot out a Destroyer or Window with just being limited to 1 special summon. It hurts me too, but honestly, after having an established board, that does not going to matter for me. I play Infinity and Nova. This pretty much they rarely ever come up because I need to have like 2 Slip Riders on the field to summon them. But if it comes up, it's great. If it doesn't, that's fine. Like this just in case if that scenario ever comes up. I play this too. This just for removal. This also for removal because if I could destroy 1 Kozmo monster on my side of the field, 1 monster on my opponent's side of the field, and like I just plus out of this. 1 Livier to get resources back from my banish. 1 Incurable in case they ever if they ever Ash or Veiler or Impermanence my tin can. Like because if they ever do that to my tin can, like I have to end my turn. But for I want to take more damage, I can just like use tin can for Kuribo. 1 Mermaid just in case they easily lock me. I know they don't do that much, but you might never know. It's better to be safe than sorry. 1 Genius because I have a lot of machine type monsters on the field. So this card's not that bad. It also can negate effects. Underclock Taker just for I can push for game and make more damage. And then Shallow Falco is a tuner, so I play 1 Black Rose and 1 Chambara. Black Rose is for field nuking, and Chambara is for I can also push for game. And that's it.
Alright, is there anything you would change about this deck or add?
Like I said, I would add 1 more Falco and 1 more Hedgehog because I do run out of the resources if I do go off. So yeah, I would add more Shaddolls. And also the extra deck, honestly, I know I said that like Shaq makes Starscape worth playing, but like it hardly ever comes up, so probably I would cut it off for like something else. And my links, I might take it out because I might take these out because they hardly ever come up, like the Infinity and the Armageddon. I might add more pilots for the deck, and also yeah, that's pretty much it. What I would change for now.
Alright. Thank you for doing your deck profile. Team Sanity signing out. Shout out to Team 1 Up.